Hey everyone, welcome back to Jerry Trucks Around. So last video we ended up, about 1/3 of the way from Texas to we were heading to Fort Collins, north side of Denver, Colorado, and you know this is where we're gonna start off where we stayed last time, where we ended off last time. Please like and subscribe. Promise, I'll be making some good stuff along the way. Let's just jump into the game and let's go from there. So, jumping exactly where I start off, went ahead and parked here. There we go. So, you see that? They actually stopped. That's nice. That's nice. Alright, so last time I was talking about my experiences, man, and let's call them hardships, right? With my first one of my first horror games with PS1, and that had to be that had to do with Silent Hill 1 for the PS1. Alright, you know what? Let me do a quick fix here. It won't take long. Gotta set up some fix this audio thing really quick. There we go. So yeah, guys, I was talking about my like I said, some hardships, right, regarding the sending back the Silent Hill game right after I bought it. My mom walking in on me playing that Silent Hill game, getting mad, and like I said, it didn't happen anymore. Never happened again. So that's a good thing. Definitely got some complaints about me gaming it up, but as I grew up, gaming means a lot to me, and I'll jump into that in just a few minutes. But one thing I do want to mention, to anyone who's not really a gamer and maybe they're just into the whole simulator games, ATS and stuff, and maybe they don't really get into other stuff. I'm sure it's just a hobby, right? Such as gaming is a hobby, right? It's become way more than a hobby nowadays. Oh, I left the hazard lights off. My bad. So yeah, I mean, one thing I want to say is that, gaming is definitely something, at least for me, it was something nice. It was something to... You can bypass. There you go. Nice. Alright, let me just get into... Let's pick up the speed here. Go up to the... By the way, I'm handling kilometers, and I'll explain why in a second. There you go. Cruise control set up, so we're good. Alright, so like I was saying, the whole gaming thing for me, it started out with just, my brothers, my cousins, going to the arcade, just gaming. When I got into junior high, it was around junior high time. This game came out, right? It had actually come out before, but I just had gotten into it. By that time, there were more video games specialty stores about video games, right? And went into one of them. I saw this box, grabbed my attention, and I picked it up, right? That game was Elder Scrolls Morrowind, and oh boy, it just I got hooked. I got hooked immediately. It grabbed me, and I was I had friends, right? I had friends at school. I had this group that I could rely on. Have fun with. Chat after school sometimes. Wasn't definitely a loner in a sense of not having friends, but I myself kind of always liked to be alone. I liked being a lone wolf. Maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. Like I really enjoyed being alone, and I had gotten into reading. I hated reading. I despised it. I every time we had to read, to come up with an essay, book essay, back in elementary. Oh boy. But in elementary, I picked up a Harry Potter book, got into it, just haven't stopped really reading from there, and then kind of went forward. We'll jump into that later on, but as I was saying, I was a lone wolf, and my mind had always, I knew as a kid, my mind was always kind of, man, going into places, jumping, this crazy imagination. And the reason I mention books is because I love the books because of that, right? They took me into these awesome places that obviously they didn't exist in real life. So books made up for that. But when Elder Scrolls came around, specifically Morrowind, I had never played the older games. They weren't, in my PC catalog back in the days. I jumped into Morrowind, and it just sucked me right in. It became my second life, This immersive experience of creating pretty much whoever you wanted, the race, kind of like I had some D&D background experience, but not exactly like this. Not the way Morrowind kind of picked it up and ran with it, So Morrowind comes around, and oh boy, it's just crazy. That first the intro scene, you waking up, now it's a classic, even it's become a meme, right? By today's standards, and oh, it said keep right. Did it say keep right? Oh boy. Probably missed my exit, but I don't know. Alright. Anyways, as I was saying, I went into, I jumped into, the whole Morrowind scene, became my second life, quite literally,
Keep right, and then turn right.
Let's take a ride here. And I spent so many days, so many hours, I don't know how long I gamed up, in Morrowind, the music, once again, I mentioned it in the last video, that the holy trinity for me is just, the music and then gaming experience, the oh my god, everything is just, the story-wise, right? If it has those three, I'm there. Metal Gear series, Final Fantasy. Oh, wrong button. Oh, I was kind of going quite the speed there. All right. So we're in Amarillo. Although it's amarillo. If you know, you know. So, Morrowind, right? Second Life, music, gameplay. This option. I mean, Grand Theft Auto. You know, it was an open sandbox, right? Right, open world game. You know, where you could just kind of, in a sense, do anything you wanted. You know, that was nice. But Morrowind, you know, becoming, you know, I guess now it's also a meme, right? Gotta make, you know, bring it up because the whole Archer setup. But you know, this I always took on like the dark roles, like, you know, assassin rogue or something like that, you know. And I thought that game was, I thought that truck was gonna
Go straight
jump
on.
up in front of me. Um,
Caution.
you know, I
please mind the
remember
speed.
just like role playing the heck out of the game. You know, just beautiful.
Go straight on.
So years went on, right? And this other game comes up, which is Oblivion, right? By now, I was way into the story that Morrowind provided, and you know, by now, you know, I've read pretty much all the books within the in-game books. I'm sorry, excuse my driving. I mean, trying to focus here and talk at the same time. Definitely not a multitasker. So anyways, Oblivion comes around, and holy smack! Once again, the music, the gameplay, the everything. Now with you know, better realistic graphics. Of course, that was my thought in the day. You know, back in the day, it was really realistic to me. You know, the water, the sky, and everything. I mean, you know, no one wants to talk about it, no one wants to bring it up, but the whole DLC thing, you know, putting armor on your horse and stuff, you know, I remember purchasing that, and I was like, oh man, that's cool, you know, that's really cool. Not thinking what it would really become in the future. But, you know, once again, you know, picking up the archer, picking up the magic, you know, I always try to roleplay. I always try. The keyword there is tried to roleplay with, you know, wizards and other stuff, fighter. But oh boy, you know, I loved sneaking around and, you know, the whole assassination stuff coming up. You know, and it was really good.
Go straight on.
Such good gameplay, man. I would never, you know, up to this point, I pop up,
Keep left, and then turn left.
you know, I'll
Turn left.
I'll plug in, you know, either Oblivion or Morrowind, you know, every once in a while, just try once again, keyword try to roleplay something else. You know, I'm older and have a little bit more experiences in my life. I've read a lot of books, so definitely, you know, try to insert that, you know, into the gameplay as well. Anyone want a burger? All right, where was I? So yeah, man, it's really nice, you know. So those were, you know, my you know, first experience that I had with gaming. For me, like I said, it's a big thing. So if you have someone, you know, that enjoys, you know, simulator games, you know, let them do it, man. Don't give them a fuzz about it, because it's another world, you know. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world right now, and you know, best thing we can do is just sometimes it's nice to get away from that, you know. It's not a bad hobby.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
You know, as long as it doesn't affect your work or your, you know, education or anything like that, life, just, you know, as long as it doesn't affect others around you. Just like that guy, you know, that guy was
Please
probably,
mind the speed limit.
gaming on his Switch and he crashed.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
By the way, don't drink and drive. Don't ever do that. You know, just don't. Don't drink and drive and text. Um. So yeah, I mean, don't you know? It's a hobby. It's a nice, healthy hobby when you mix it up with other stuff. So you know, it's let people be. You know, for example, this game, we're just driving around. You know, it's not hurting anyone. So yeah, you know that was that's some of my my background regarding gaming, and you know, definitely lots to talk about. A lot more to talk about, but you know, definitely wanted to mention that. Oh boy, almost crashed there. Definitely wanted to talk about, you know, Morrowind and Oblivion, because you know, obviously Skyrim later on came along. You know, that's a whole different thing, but did it caught me? You know, it's a nice role-playing game, especially now. You know, it's 2024. You know, all the updates that have come out for it so far really upgraded the experience, right? So, but I don't think it's the same feeling that Morrowind and Oblivion gave out, and
Caution, please mind the speed.
it's just something else, man. All right, we're within a city, so I gotta watch my speed. Oh, I hear a train. Ah, you see that train? Maybe we can Alright, don't do this.
Go straight on.
But I'm gonna try and
Never mind.
catch
Find a new route.
a glimpse of the train. Isn't that nice? Oh, I think that tagging is from my cousin Hector, eh? Alright guys, so this actually looks like a nice place to kind of stop and rest. We'll continue with the next video later on. You know, keep on driving you know, up north until we get to our, you know, main place, which is I forgot the name of it, but it's up in Denver. So you know, like always, you know, please like and subscribe. Definitely, you know, I'll be putting more things into this, make it worth your while. And so this was Jerry Trucks Around. See you guys later.